Welcome to Living Your Path. I am Cecile Ferry, a coach and astrologer. I'm here to guide you on how to live and work in alignment with your true self so you can find fulfillment and serenity. Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to the coaching corner for this week. So the title may intrigue you. I am here to talk about not trying harder. I'm not talking about not trying at all, and I'm not saying everything should be easy, but I'm talking about a very specific situation. But before I get into that, let's just say this goes against the grain of the culture we live in, which is about the hustle. It's always kind of pushing ourselves, even unconsciously, in our societal norms, to keep doing more, really. And that's how we measure success, is really the quality of output. But I think that culture has got it wrong. And I was really reflecting on that in the last week or so in my life. And that's why I wanted to share with you this week. Because yes, it's good to apply yourself and to work towards something and to have a lot of perseverance, absolutely. And I will always recommend action. You can go back to my coaching corner on focusing on action. But in one particular situation, I'm saying don't try harder and actually stop and pull back. And that is when things are not working out for you. Not just one thing, but a repetition of things that look alike, i.e. a pattern of things not going to plan, not turning out the way that you want, or you simply not getting the results that you want. And I'm sure you've been in that situation, whether it's applying for jobs and having several rejection in a row, or it's, trying to set up some plans and every single time they fall through with a particular person or group of people, or, you trying to take new steps towards a new project and them not coming to fruition. And it is frustrating. And one reaction might be like, I'm just going to double down and I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to keep pushing. And I'm saying maybe you are in that space, because when we get frustrated, what do? We push harder. We get into the fight response and we're like, this is resisting me and I really want it. So I'm going to push harder until I get it. And sometimes I really fall into that trend because I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I grew up with that conditioning of you have to control the outcome in order for things to work out. So maybe that's you as well. Like a lot of us have grown up with that conditioning from our parents and their generation. It was like, if you control, it's going to happen. But at times it really doesn't it? So I'm here to say, is there a space in your life where things are currently not working? And I'm saying maybe it's time to stop and to reflect and become aware of what's happening, and definitely not try harder, because I believe when things are not working out, it is that we need to redirect our efforts into a different direction. And usually we have no idea. We have no idea that the direction we're aiming for is not the right one. B, we have no idea what other direction we could be aiming for. So that's really the message today. The trap here is that we want what we want, and we want it bad. And we might persevere, and it's like the door is closed, but we keep knocking on it and we keep pushing for it. So in the career space, it could be like you keep going for a certain type of jobs and it's not working. Or, in friendships, you just keep trying to meet with people, to do certain things with your friends, and it's not working. In your romantic relationship, you're trying that as well. And you just getting frustrated, and kind of the sign of really being in that space is we tend to fall then into kind of a blaming frustrated mentality where we think it's always someone else's fault and we're trying everything and we're putting our best self forward. But what if you were aiming your effort in the wrong direction? And I think it happens more often than we know. And that was my reflection this week, because we don't always know what's right for us. We sometimes need somebody else externally, like a coach, to point it out to us. We all have blind spots. And the thing is, especially when we want something, we can really zero down on it and not realize that there might be other doors. You know, like it's the impression that I get, the image that I have in my head is like there is this wall and we are just focusing and aiming for it and we want to jump over it. And when we come short and we just bump against the wall or we just try to get over it but didn't quite make it, we just keep trying and we run faster and we, train more and we're like, we're going to do it. But what if there was another way to get over the wall? What if we could just go around to the left or to the right? What if we could jump on something that would just carry us automatically over through the wall, right? So trying harder is not always the solution. And what we need when we've been working and we're seeing a pattern of something not working out for us is to realize that and to ask yourself, what's the message here? What are the closed doors? What is that teaching me? What message is that sending me? In other words, what is not happening? What is not coming through? And what could that mean for me? And then try to expand your perception and ask yourself, what if there was something else? What if there was another way? Because we don't know what we don't know. But if you just set the intention to open your mind, to expand the way you're thinking, to be open to additional ways, new ways, unconventional ways maybe, and to let it happen more than you trying so hard, and see if you can get help, see if you can try another way, brainstorm other ways, and basically do it differently. Change walls. Try another wall. And so I want to give you that tool this week, because there may be something that you've been trying for some time and it's not working. And now I see this is such a powerful lesson. It's a gift that it's not working. I know it doesn't feel like it, doesn't it? It creates so much frustration, right? But what is the gift in it? What if the whole time the point was that this is an alignment for you? That what you think you want, that job, that person, that relationship, that money. What if you think it's going to give you a certain thing, but it's not? So that's tough in life, right? Because we're kind of misguided sometimes and we don't know, and myself included. But I am so grateful for the closed doors, for the things that don't work, because I'm like, oh, okay, right. With direction here, I am going in the wrong direction. And I'm grateful I'm seeing those things, because then when you start opening up to other opportunities, other options, you get surprised and you're like, oh, wow. And usually I hear my clients or myself saying, never did I see this coming. Never did I think that this was going to be interesting for me, or that it would work for me, or that it would happen this way. It's also in the how it happens, right? We need to be a lot more open with that, and be a bit more flexible with our goals overall. Because afterwards, when we get what it is that we want a different way, or we get a different result, and we actually end up in a completely different job of what we thought, or with a different project or plan, and we actually enjoy it, it's like, oh my God, we don't always know what's right for us. So that's my lesson for this week. Don't try harder if it's not currently working. See this as a sign that you need to redirect your efforts and look elsewhere. And trust me, if it's meant to be, it will fall into place quite effortlessly. I'm not saying it will fall into place in a way that's easy and it will fall on your lap. You still have to do something. But when you take the action, the door opens, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's what I mean by falling into place and being effortless. Still have to do things, but you are not met with resistance. And that is what you're looking for here, to live your path in alignment with what's right for you. It's the doors stay open, open, open. So if you are in a sequence where the doors are close, be grateful and pause and redirect your goal, change things, aim differently and switch gears, and get some support from me as a coach if you need to see those other perspectives, because once you unblock that, then everything can change real fast. I hope you enjoyed this coaching episode. If you did, please feel free to share it with a friend, a relative, and stay tuned for next week's episode. Bye everyone. Have a fantastic week.